What is up, guys? Austin here with AO Adventures. I'll give you guys a little walk through here of my boat that I use to fish up here in Pacific Northwest. Mainly fishing for salmon and trout, but I'll sprinkle a couple of species here and there. You know, get into some bass or something like that. I would like to get out for some tiger muskie out on taps. I think that'd be a pretty sweet experience to hook into one of those guys. So here's what we're working with. We got a 17-foot, I think it's a 76 possibly, Valco flat bottom sled. It is a welded boat, which is nice. A little sweeter. I've had some riveted boats back in the past years, but this one doesn't nearly leak as much as those ones did. So we'll get to all this. Let's go ahead and let's start back here at the powerhouse. All right, we got the Honda 65 Jet. It's 2001, carbureted. She leaks a little oil, but she starts up just about every time. Keyword, just about. Pushes his boat with 3 guys in it, me and 2 other of my buddies. Goes probably about, let's say, like 25 to 27, depending on gear and stuff in there. Got the Jet on there, so I could do some shallow river running up here in the Pacific Northwest. We've got lots of rivers. So it's pretty nice to have. I got little intake fins on there, help out with cavitation, because you know when you get into a little bit of wind, jet will start to cavitate on you. But those grates, they do an awesome job of eliminating that. I welded on a little splash guard back here because you'd get water splashing up all over the transom and whatnot getting into the boat. Electric tilt trim. It is cable steer. I know a lot of guys up here run tillers, but this is what I'm working with. And I used to run a tiller, but man, I'll tell you what, there's something super comfy about being able to just pop right there with the seat and drive the boat. Here for my trolling setup, got a Mercury 9.9. I believe this is a 98. So I'm rocking with the old stuff here, but run what you brung, right? She is a 4-stroke electric start. Got the little tiller handle extension on there for when I'm in the rivers. I could stand up there a little bit, you know, do my thing. She runs good. I use a little connector when I'm trolling so that I could steer from up there once again, not have to sit here at the back of the boat. Evenly distribute the weight, because I mean it is a 17-foot boat. So let's see back here. I'll hop in here. I made a little compartment for my batteries. It's not the prettiest, but she works. She definitely works. I got my fish finder and powering the downriggers off of this guy. I think it's a what is it, 100 amp, let's see, 110 amp hour 12-volt battery, and then I got my starter battery on there, fuel filter. I got both of those guys coming out of there. I got the bilge going, gotta have a bilge. Got my lights wired in there. Everything is, it's not the prettiest on here, but it's a fishing boat, right? Right here I got my tackle set up. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but just use the old pack out, man. It's got everything you need in there. You got your sinkers, line, swivels, hooks, whatever you want. Clip it back closed. I had to paint the top of it because the sun was getting pretty harsh on all my gear. So it does pop off. Get all your storage down there. You know, I got downburger stuff. Just a nice compact setup, especially if you don't have all these, you know, storage compartments and stuff that a lot of these guys have in these nicer boats. see starting in the mid here. I got some Canon Mag 10 HS downriggers. They work, electric, auto up. It's nice when you're trolling, 200 feet deep. You ain't got to hand crank those things up. Those guys are powered off of that 110 amp hour battery back there. They do have extendable booms on them. I don't like to go too far because I don't really have very tall gunnels, so it's kind of hard to reach out there, but I'll use gaff to grab the clips and hook on. Right here at the helm, I got steering wheel. It works. I installed a little switch panel here. Got your bilge, running lights, spreaders for when those early mornings and when you're duck hunting. I got a Garmin Striker, I think it's the 7.4. Let me see here. Yeah, this Striker Vivid 7 CV. It works well. The maps on it aren't very good. I usually just use my phone for maps. But the transducer, man, this thing definitely works. It'll mark bait balls, mark fish. I got myself a little. This is for the umbrella, but I'll stick my net in there on those hot days, easy access. Let's see, I got the fuel up in here. I need to redo all this. I'm not really going to show you too much of that, but it's 12-gallon fuel storage in here. Got a spare rod in here. I should probably take this out of the boat so the sun doesn't mess with it too much. It's all diamond plate 4s in here. There is foam underneath it. And then I've got I got some garbage up here. Got some trash wire. I got a couple sandbags in here. That's a good one. Sandbags, because there is kind of a lot of weight back there on the back, and if it's just me in the boat, I can only trim down so far with that jet. You're kind of riding up pretty good on the nose. So I threw about 120 pounds, I think, of sandbags in there, and seems to work out pretty well. I got my dock line, and then I threw some lights up on here. I don't know what brand they are. These ones, I'm going to swap them out to some Harbor Freight ones. Maybe I'll make a video on that, showing you guys how to wire those. It's super simple, really straightforward. And then this guy's a lot brighter than both of these guys combined. This one's more of a spot type, so it really cuts through that early morning fog and stuff. Well, yeah, that's pretty much does it for the boat. I got a nice little wrap on the side. Did myself, first timer. I think it turned out pretty all right. It's kind of pretty up the boat a little bit. Makes me feel good about myself when I go duck hunting. Get a little bit of camouflage in. But yeah, guys, so that's the rig that I'm working with. Like I said, I'll go fishing in it, hunting in it, ripping around the river. Shoot you guys some more videos on that here coming soon. Right now we're kind of in the heat of saltwater. Well, our Puget Sound fishery is kind of popping off right now. Just went out for a Chinook. That's the whole rig. Like and subscribe if you guys want to see more, and shoot some more videos. Get her done.